I'm about to be cooking soup. This is going to be a new recipe, and obviously it is going to be a vegetable soup. So y'all join on in. Come on, come on, come on. First, I already got some water, and the little residue is from the soup that I made last night for those that was there. No, I think 2 nights ago. So I decided to like leave like the excess for the flavor. So it's like a vegetable broth already. And I also like added some little like water to it and all that. So I'm sorry y'all didn't get to witness that part. But y'all about to see the best part, which is the recipe. So gonna move y'all over this way. And then boom. So in here I got some leek and I got some dill. And that's when it's on. I'm like, we're gonna turn it this way because it's all in the way. We're gonna put it on medium heat. And then I'm gonna put it on too high. And I'm gonna cut about right here. This should be like, this is that one right there. I was supposed to be out, man. I went to the store, value zone, or the dollar store. They call it the dollar store downtown. And I was coming across everything that basically I needed. And I was being lazy. Like, or I was saying like I didn't want to get it because I was gonna plan on getting all that stuff later. But I realized I should have got it because I kind of needed this stuff. Or I don't know. I guess I didn't really need it if everything's coming together now. Or I got a cutting board. I have a cutting board. I don't know. Should I add a little bit more leek? No. And then I'm gonna add some dill. This much dill, and we're just gonna throw it right in. Or actually, yeah, we just gonna go ahead and throw it in there. I probably should have chopped it, but we're gonna break it apart. But yeah, look at that. God goes before me. I go before you. This is the Lord. He already knows. I was gonna make that mistake and this mistake as well. It's like I chopped it, but it didn't chop all the way. So I'm gonna do all right. Drop it in there. I always want to make sure everything is chopped. Don't rush the process. It's getting hot. Right. Now I'm about to grab some garlic. And I guess it's pointless to like do this. So we're gonna send y'all this way. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, y'all. Normally I have it all ready and whatnot. See, I should have left it how it was. I'm over here touching stuff. Like, I should have just left it. Okay, there we go. No, but it's tilted. You know what? Y'all can still see me. That doesn't bother y'all that it's tilted to the left. I don't know which way y'all see it. We're gonna add some garlic to the pot. For those joining, I'm making some vegetable soup. I already added dill. You didn't miss much. I added dill and leek, and that's it. And now I'm about to add some garlic. Y'all can hear me now? Oh, hold on. Oh my goodness, y'all. The water is turned off. They turned the water off. Luckily, I didn't need it because I used bottled water. Alright. Now we're gonna go ahead and add some corn. I think I hit it by mistake. Y'all can hear me now? Sir, yes, sir. Alright, we're gonna add some corn. It would be wise to nitpick the bad first, because it's more good than bad. Let me see. From what I see. Here we go. I think this whole one. Oh my goodness. You're burning me. You're burning me. It's steaming me. Alright. I'm gonna throw that in there. Oh, how did you get up in there, little guy? Hold on. Got a little sneaker. See? This is what I mean. Hold on. Like that. That's a bad one. Like when it look like that. You know. Right there. So those are the ones I'm taking out. Oh my goodness. Y'all, my snot almost. Imagine, ew. I would have been so mad if it would have dropped in here. Because it would have been like, bruh. Like, the whole dish would have just been done for me. It would have been done for me. It be like, yo, imagine. Like, what you doing? What you doing? You see what I'm doing? What you doing? Tell me what you doing. I'm cooking. What you doing? What you doing? Well, as of right now, actually, obviously I'm cooking. But I'm taking out the bad corns. You probably just joined. So, welcome to the line. Done. Okay. And we almost done. Hey. Get back here. We're gonna throw you in there. That's why it's always good to have your countertops. You know that old saying, people be like, always have your house clean, so if you drop something on the floor, you'll be like able to pick it up and eat it and all that stuff, versus when you drop something on the dirty floor, it's like, everybody better eat that. That's how it was. Like, if it would have dropped yesterday, look at that, now the phone want to drop. If it would have dropped last night or yesterday when I was cooking, I would have threw the phone away, because the stovetop was not it. It was not it, okay? I'm going to expose myself. It was not it. All right. We had to get it all the way together. God was like, baby girl, you need to get your house together. He said, you want to be on live, record and all that stuff, sweetheart, they gon' bash you if you don't get your house together. Not just saying, yeah. I know y'all sweet. And I thank y'all for joining. For the ones that's taking out their time to watch me do this, for whatever reason, if y'all knowledge, if y'all want to make this recipe yourselves, or just for entertainment purposes, I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all joining and tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Alright. Now, this is my favorite part when we add in the seasoning. Alright, this is my favorite part. Can you please say my name? Say my name, when no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. You ain't running games. Say my name, when no one is around you. Creamy. Cream Moon? Cream underscore Moon? Is that even your real name? No, wait, you put it right there. Hi, Maria. My bad, Maria. Maria! My bad, girl. My bad, my bad. Okay. You throwing me out, girl. I gotta, like, what was about to do? I almost forgot. The seasoning. Alright. We're gonna add some garlic. And what I like to do, I like to pour it like this. Then, like, allow it to, oh, y'all can't even see. Run it at the top. Because this alone is a measuring cup. Like, and then we're just gonna drip it in there. All of it. Good job. Wisdom, knowledge. Hello, I'm sharing it. Yo, I keep running to the sink to like rinse stuff off, and it's like this. I don't know. The water was on like not too long ago. Now the water is off, and it's like I don't know why. When did that occur? Luckily, I took my shower already. Something told me, well, the Lord spoke to me and was like, "Go take your shower." Cause like I was trying to do other stuff, like I did my daily devotion and all that stuff. And actually I'm gonna share something while I'm cooking, cause it's funny. The word that I was that I was doing today, it says my promise. And hold on real quick. Trying to get me to waste my water bottle. I feel like they turned the water off on me on purpose, y'all, because they probably heard me say that I wasn't gonna use it anyway. Cause like I be using water bottles to like pour in my stuff. So I bet they was like, well, if you ain't gonna use it, then we gonna turn it off. What is that? What if I need to wash my hands? Huh? And like I keep wanting to rinse something off and I can't. Ugh, it's annoying. I was born in the ghetto. Alright. We're gonna add some cumin. Not too much of it though, because it's gonna be strong. 1 and 2. We're gonna dash it. Like that, like so. And I'm gonna actually do one more dash. And I'm gonna put it back. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard the voice? We gonna put one more dash and put it back. Come on, keep up. Keep up. And then to clear our conditions, we're gonna add some honey. Now I was trying to be on the hunt for raw honey, but look here, baby, you gotta work with what you got, okay? I took my butt to the Dollar Tree with the help of a friend, and that's where I got some things. Obviously some things that I needed, God sent me. Yeah, he came at the perfect time. Cause he was like, oh, he never seen like or been to the Dollar Tree. I'm like, child, it's up the street. What you mean? You ain't never been there. So we went on a journey to Dollar Tree, and hey, that's where I got all these good things. We're gonna add some more water to this. Oh, this is gonna be so good. I just know it is. And then we're gonna add some lemon. This gonna be coming out so slow. Like, just watch. Oh, now you wanna come out fast. Now that people watching you. Okay. This one was coming out slow earlier. That's all I'm gonna say. But go ahead, do your thing. That's crazy. It's real crazy. It's always like that though. Do you know birds of a feather flock? Wait, I was gonna say, oh, you got me. Do you know what? Do you know birds of a feather? If you know, can you sing it? No, I don't. I'm not. I'm probably in this. I don't know. I don't want to say no and I don't want to say yes because I probably do, and I just gotta be reminded of like the melody and all that stuff, or like the lyrics, cause look here, I'm gonna be wrong sometimes. Alright. I'm gonna stir it, and I don't know why I'm using a plastic spoon when I have actual utensils, but don't use plastic spoons, guys. don't do it. Okay. You know, some people gotta make a mistake for others to learn, and that's what it is. Cause if you was here earlier, I dropped the plastic spoon in the dang on pot, and imagine if it was like steaming, boiling, and all that stuff, it would have melted in the pot. But yeah, that's it. We gonna let that sit. That's it. We gonna let that sit. Like, tell me I'm not giving y'all like free bars right now. Like, did you catch it? Or did you miss it? Did you hear it? Cause I did it. Word, I just looked over. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna give y'all like a little scoop-a-doop-doop. It just says like his promise, like God's our Father's promise and all that. And it's funny because afterwards I came across a video that popped up, and it was like talking about that. It was like God's promise to you, and like everything that you've been through in life. It's like it goes, all the tears that you like cried, you know, in your bedroom. Not me, because we all like on this earth as individuals, humans, we've cried in our bedrooms alone and all of that stuff. And it's like we gotta be reminded, like, if you believe, which is a good thing, we have to know that everything happens for a reason, and everything works according to his plan, and his plan is a good plan. It may not seem like it's, and I always had this motto that I used to always say when I was younger, that sometimes you have to go through the bad to get to the good. And I grew up in foster care when I was younger, and it's like I had came across this. I wrote this on January 17th, and today is January 28th, which is, it talks about his promise and all that stuff. And I had came across an old letter that I had wrote when I was younger. I'm gonna read it to y'all actually. Watch this. I'm gonna turn it down on low. I'm making vegetable soup. Your world. This is where it is. I'm not gonna read all of it, but this is the journal, and for proof, this is what it says. My mom got this for me when I was 16, and I used to always write in it, as you see, it was like, you know, dear diary. And it's crazy because I think this letter that I had wrote, it was, let me see, it just says dear diary. Normally, or I think after this, I started just saying, like, writing in my other journal that I had, like, dear God, dear God. But that just goes to show, I just said dear diary, and he still responded to me. He's still, like, because God hears and sees everything. Nothing goes unnoticed at all. It's just sometimes, and I learned that you can't tell a story without, or you can't tell a testimony without a story, or you can't tell a story without a testimony. So it's like those things like that we go through that are so bad and detrimental and traumatic, that's literally shaping your story, like, for you to like share God's glory. It's like with Moses, he's like I'm gonna have you do all of these things to show people that, like, it was me that did it. Like, it was me that made a way. It was me that delivered them from, you know, the hands of their enemies and all that stuff. Which at the time, the enemy was Pharaoh. And, you know, God was having Moses free the children of Israel. So, getting back to this, it says, Dear Diary, this was December 20, that's crazy, this says December 28th, 2017, and this is January 28th, 2025. I just noticed that. That's interesting. To God be the glory. Nah, that's no coincidence right there. That's no coincidence at all. Alright, we're gonna turn this off because it's good. And it says, this is very personal, so I appreciate those that stay and that are about to listen to what I'm about to say, because this is very detrimental or what. So for those that are sensitive, just get ready. Hey, Abrams Bruce, hello, how are you? December 28th, it says, Dear Diary, December 28th, 2017. No phone, no outside, barely Ty. Ty was, I guess, my cousin at the time. I don't know, barely Ty. I don't know. I guess he was like the main one that I would always like talk to or trusted in the house. I'm assuming that's what Ty was. Barely Ty. I guess, I don't know. My aunt is still mad at me. She won't talk to me. She hardly looks at me. It's like I don't even exist to her. I knew she would be angry, but not this angry. I know I made a mistake, but I thought she would understand that. I'm only human and every human makes mistakes. I started to think that maybe she's not just mad at what I did, but because she can't really stand my mom, that every time she looks at me, she see my mom, and it irritates her even more. I used to always want to live with my Aunt Tessa. She was pretty, she was nice, she showed me a lot of love, but most importantly, she cared about me. But now that I do stay with her, it's like she's always mad at me she's always mad at me. Before she comes home, I try to clean the whole house up. I try to bring home good grades so I can just hear her brag about me like she brag about Serena and Anastasia. I be wanting to feel love because when I was little, I never really had anyone that loved me. My dad was never around. My mom would try to be there. Danique was hardly around, and TJ was too young to know what was even going on like me. Hence, TJ was like my close brother. Like, we grew up together, and then we was living in Charlotte together, but I got into like a fight with this girl, and like she kind of started it, and I was like basically defending myself. And after that, it was like my brother's dad, his baby mother, like I remember her holding me, and she was like after the fight, like she had broke it up or whatever, and she was holding me. She was like, you want to leave? Like you don't want to stay here? And I was like, at this point, no, I don't. Like I want to leave. I want to go. Like I don't want to be here no more. And after that, I think they sent me on a train, or they just dropped me off or something. I can't remember how I got to Tessa house, but yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate it. Hi, Rashmi. K Foster. Look at him now, just don't. Alright, it's like every time I try to make Aunt Tessa happy or try to help her with anything, I always wind up getting yelled at in the end. It's like I'm cursed, like nothing good ever happens in my life. I pray every single day and night, just hoping that things will get better and that I'll get my family back. Meaning my mom, my dad. But my dad was never really around so much. But it was like when and say my family. Well, yeah, my family, like my dad, my mom, my brothers, like when we all stayed together in Carson Stout. But because that's where it all started. But it's like, why am I even praying? I've been praying for the same thing since I was 5 years old, and my prayers still haven't been answered. I try to keep a smile on my face every day so people won't notice that really inside I'm broken and I'm just waiting for someone to save me. I lost my dad. I lost my brother, Danique. I lost my mom. I'm losing my brother, TJ. Like I said, TJ was living in Charlotte at the time, and I was staying in High Point. And now I'm losing myself. Slowly. Harley, ignore it. Ignore the distractions. I guess she's not. This, oh my goodness. I hate when this happens. That's why that's what it is. It's a distraction. Just keep going to it. I lost my mind a long time ago. I don't know what a family is. I try to make myself fit in onto the family, but it just doesn't feel right. I ask myself why. Why did I have to live this life? Why me? I try to understand what's God's point. What is he trying to show me? They say there's a reason to why we go through what we go through, and everything happens for a reason. I'm just waiting to see what the reason for everything I've been through is for. But I guess that's something I won't find out for a long time. It says, sometimes I wonder why he didn't just let that truck hit me in New Jersey. So all this stuff could have just been prevented. I guess that's something else I won't know. Sincerely, LaTorra. P.S. The older you get, the more you realize that the only person you really have is yourself. Louis Jasmine. And it's funny because when I said I wonder why he didn't just let that truck hit me in New Jersey, there was a time where I came. My mom brought me up here to New Jersey for the summer, and I was like 11 years old, I believe, and I was on Broad Market, and we was coming from somewhere, like from seeing family, and I remember we was crossing the street, and my mother had stopped, like she stopped randomly, and I remember I was going, I thought she was like right there with me, but when I looked back, she was like standing there, and I was like in the middle of the street, and it was like cars just coming, and for some reason I couldn't move. Like I literally, like my feet just froze. And I remember seeing a pickup truck, like just bright headlights coming like towards me. And I was just like, and I remember I closed my eyes and I just said, Lord, please do not let me die. I said, Lord, please don't let me die. God, please don't let me die. Please don't let me die. Please don't let me die. Like my hands was like this. I was like, please don't let me die. Please don't let me die. Please don't let me die. And I remember I released my hands and I just felt a wind. Like my eyes was closed and I felt a wind. I'm 23 years old, Hillary. And thank you, Bush. But this is past tense, but I will definitely keep praying. This was something I wrote back in 2017. But yeah, I remember I felt the wind. Like my eyes was closed and I just felt the wind of the car like go past me. And I remember I opened my eyes and I just shot across the street and I was just jumping for joy. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, oh, I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm like, ha, you didn't get me. I'm alive. I'm alive. Like, I was just jumping for joy. Like, I was happy. Just basically unknowingly giving God glory in that moment. Because I was just like, thank you. Like, thank you. Thank you. Like, oh, I'm alive. Like, I didn't die. And next thing you know, what had happened, the guy was like, it was a guy across the street, and he kind of like, I was like, you just ruined my little jumping for joy and all that stuff. But now that I'm older, I understand, because this world is very spiritual, and we have witches and warlocks that will really try to take your life and try to control you as a puppet to end your life. But it was like, in that moment, I called upon God. I called upon the Lord. And he turned his face to me. And he saved me. Literally. At 11 years old, I experienced this. And like I said, when I got across the street, the guy, I was jumping for joy. And some random guy, he said, baby girl, he said, you don't know how lucky you are. He said, that car was supposed to hit you. You were supposed to be dead right now. He said, you are very, very lucky and you just don't know it. And then, like, I was a kid at that time, so I was like, I heard him, I was like, yeah, whatever. I was like, yeah, I know. But he wasn't talking about, like, flesh, really. Because, like I said, I called upon the Lord, but I didn't know, like I said, this world is spirit. Like, everything is spiritual. So I didn't know how deep it really was. And it's like, now I understand it. Because, and then it's like, and I read this, as I read it, it's like, taking it back to what I read today for my, this, out of this book. So y'all don't think I'm lying. It says January 28th, my promise. And I wrote it down. I wrote everything down. I wrote the scripture. I wrote a summary, and then I wrote what I wanted to write, and then a little bit of like basically translating what I read, and tying it to like what my translation, to my understanding. And yeah, it says my promise, and I'm gonna skip to the bottom where it says, where is it? Basically, I'm gonna just read the whole thing for y'all. It says, my promise, as in his promise, our Father, our only begotten Son, who is Yahshua. You can be sure, and this is from Matthew chapter 28, verse 20. It says, you can be sure that I will be with you always. I will continue with you until the end of the world. And it reminds me of that Beyonce song when she was like, that she made with Justin Timberlake, or actually Justin Timberlake made it and she hopped on it. But it's like, I don't know if I should sing it right now because my voice is just terrible. But she said, cause I'm gonna love you, girl, until the end of time. So you got me singing, oh, 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 yeah, yeah. And it's funny, because he says girl, and it's like, wow. And I kept writing, it says, Yahshua made a promise to be with us always and forever, before his last breath, meaning no matter how long ago this occurred, his promise still is being fulfilled to this day. Though people view his promise differently according to their own translation of his promise, meaning some people think that like his promise is like, oh, to like make you rich and have a fancy car, and or like just, it could just be anything, or like just like I said, to their own translation. But his promise is our life. is to be our protector, our lover, our redeemer, our healer. That's his promise. And to actually, his exact promise, so that to make it clear and discreet, his promise is to never leave us nor forsake us, because we are all God's children. Hence, I called upon his, I didn't even say his name directly. I just said, Lord, please don't let me die. 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 And I'm just like, God, please. And all I didn't know whether that car was going to hit me or not, but I had to have faith that God was not going to let me die. So hence, I closed my eyes and I prayed to him, and I just released my fears, and I just gave it all to him. I'm like, Lord, don't do it. Don't you dare let me go like this. Like, at 11 years old, don't you dare. But I'm gonna keep reading. It says, this doesn't change the fact that he will forever, this doesn't change the fact that he will forever be by our side. Some Christians and non-believers visualize him only judging them constantly. Because you know how people always be like, oh, like, put it like this. I got to actually, it's something that's funny. Because I looked at my fridge and I totally forgot that I had this. It's like, God, like, turned my face that way. Because I just randomly, as y'all just saw, I just looked that way and I forgot I had this. And it goes along with it. Hey, thank you. It says, Satan says, you have disappointed God too many times. Give up. But God says, I knew everything you would do before you were born and still called you. I'm not finished with you. And then as I went here, it says, which is Lucifer tampering with our minds. Because I says, some Christians and non-believers visualize him only judging them constantly, which is Lucifer tampering with our minds. And I wrote this. Sometimes I gotta stop doing that. I gotta put dates on stuff so I can know like when the heck I wrote these stuff. Sometimes I put dates and sometimes I don't. That's why I'm always putting dates at the top. Because I be reading stuff and I be like, okay, when did I write this? But it's just like, it doesn't, I guess it doesn't matter. Because it's like, it just goes to show like God really has a plan. Because I wrote this a while ago. Like probably like 4 weeks ago. No. I found this 3 to 4 weeks ago. Because I wrote this, I think, back in 2022 when I was staying, or 2023 when I was at my mom's apartment. And I wrote this. Now this, and it ties together with this. To God be the glory. It goes to show he has a plan. And everything aligns with his plan. I gotta stop getting distracted and read. I see you, Vanessa. Thank you. And God bless you too. Tremendously. In the Lord Yeshua's name. Amen. The most loving, patient, begotten Son, who is Yeshua, didn't lie while he was living on this earth. So why would he lie to us now? Meaning, when he walked on this earth, everybody knows he was not a sinner. Like, he followed the commandments. And he never told a fib while he was living and performing miracles and all that stuff through God. And it's like, so why would he lie to us now? It says, a thought that is placed in your or our minds, meaning me too, because we're all in this together, degrading Yahweh's begotten Son, which is God, is to stir you away, or steer, I said stir. Oh. Oh, look at that. That's funny. I put stir and yo, guys, and that's another thing. He's very humorous, y'all. And that's another thing. When you pray, look up. Like, don't look down. Look up, cause he's up. He's not down. He's not below us. That's the devil. He's up. Or look to the light. A light bulb. Look at it. Glance at it. They tell you that it hurts your eyes when you look at the sun. But really, you get your energy from the sun. I look at the sun all the time. Hence, their eyes are watching God. Where Holly Berry is like, that's where I started doing it. I was like, I'm going to try that. And the first time I did it, it was hard. And I heard a voice say, keep trying, don't give up. And now, sometimes I look at the sun and I'm like, whew. And then other times, I like can look right at it. And it means that when you spend time with the Lord, it lets you know that you spent time with the Lord that day. So when you go outside, you look, and it's like, when you're able to look at it, that means he's happy. He's smiling back at you. When you're not able to look, that means you need to get it together, spend some time with him. But, we're going to keep reading this, and then we're going to try this, because now that it's done, he let me know that it was done. He is with, it says, I'm going to take it back. A thought that is placed in your or our minds, degrading Yahweh begotten Son, is to stir you away from having peace, a protector, and a light inside of you. And, all right, I'm going to keep reading. He is with every individual, no matter your race, your culture, your ethnicity, and even non-Christians. which is true, because his word says every knee shall bow and confess that the Lord is Yahshua, now that y'all know the real name, is our Lord and Savior. And that's just that. It doesn't matter what, like, religion or none of that, because at the end of the day, he's going to meet you where you are, and he's going to bring you where he is. And there's grace, having peace, being able to smile, be joyful, eat good, you know, because that's another thing. He wants you to be healthy, and he wants you to, like, you know, not put poison in your body, baby. So, it's like that Tupac. I know y'all know Tupac. Tupac Shakur, okay? Come on now. His song Changes is one of my all time. Like, I like that song. I like that song a lot. Because it has a very powerful meaning. And he says in the song, he said, we got to change the way we eat, change the way we live, and change the way we treat each other. He said, because the old way wasn't working, so it's on us to do what we got to do to survive. He said, still I see no changes. Can a brother get a little peace? It's more war in the streets than war in the Middle East. And it is real, because the war is where you are. And we always say that we want the world to be a better place, and that we want, you know, to live in like a happy world, in a free world. It's like that doesn't like the president, whoever the president is, that doesn't determine our happiness. Like, I didn't vote. I prayed. I said, Lord, I don't know. Do your thing. Like, you got a plan, so do whatever you got to do. I'm not voting. And I had people like, oh, so you're a woman, you're not going to vote for Kamala. Look here. Because either way it go, whoever, it doesn't matter who's up in that office. Because at the end of the day, they're up there and we're down here. By up here, I mean they're high class, we're low class, middle class. No disrespect to the other high ups. But it's like, us, low class, middle class, hello, bottom of the barrels, basically. The last, not the first, the last. It's like, it's on us to like make a change. We have to treat each other with love and respect. Like, hence, I shared this story before where my superintendent, when I was out of town, he asked me for $30, not knowing I was dead broke. Like, literally, I had like $1 in my bank account at that time. And then after that, surviving who child on paper, like, who child, PayPal, a credit card, that I would have to eventually pay that money back. And I was like, look here, sir. I said, I can't even give it to you right now. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel so y'all can hear more if y'all into this stuff. And I was my cooking recipes and all that stuff. But I was like, I'm like, Tony, I don't even have $30 like to spare you. Like, I didn't lie. I didn't say I don't have, like, I ain't have it because, like I said, I was living on credit. But I just said I can't afford to give you $30 because I was out of town and I needed that. I was stuck in my rounds out there. I needed that to survive out there. And I was like, when I come back, you know, I didn't tell him that, but I was like, you know, God sees what you did for me, and he will bless you tremendously for that. But when I came back here, it's like I made a dish for myself, and I was going to take the dish to the older guy downstairs, but I heard God say, take it to Tony. Remember, he did you a favor. And I said, Lord, you is it? I was like, okay, I'll do that. Hi, Jay, how are you? And I said, thank you, Bush. Thank you so much. Yes, I definitely get my knowledge and my wisdom from the Lord. Amen. It is not on my own. So don't think y'all can't get it. Y'all can't get it too. All you gotta do is seek him. That's just it. To God be the glory. Okay, so don't think like, oh, and please don't idolize me. Please don't put me on a pedestal. Like, oh, she got the wisdom. We need her. No. Because the person you need is the Lord Yahshua. And God, our Father, Yahweh. Okay? Don't say his name too many times, though, because he's still our Father. And it's like, you know, you don't call your actual dad by his name. I guess that's him telling me through my mouth. Like, girl, all right, you said it once, you said it twice. I'm your father. So my apologies. But yeah, he gets all the glory. And like I said, one thing that I always ask him in my prayers, or main 3 prayers that I always say, you know, I ask him, fix my eyes, fix my ears to discern the wicked, and to also fix my eyes and ears to be like his. Fix my tongue to be like his. Fix my heart to be an example of who he is. And this is that. Another one I will always say is, Lord, when I go astray, I give you permission to snap your finger and reel me back in. Do whatever you gotta do, but just please, please don't let me go away. And the third one is, protect me from my enemies. But mainly I would say, Lord, please deliver me from the hands of my knowing and unknowing enemies. In Yahshua's mighty name I pray. Amen. Thank you, Bush. Thank you so much. I see you subscribe. Bush1083. Y'all go subscribe to his channel just in case he ever decides to start his channel. And I don't know if you probably did already, but that's one thing I always said. I feel like everybody should start a platform at some point. And just for a way to tell your story and to, you know, share God's good grace as well. Because one day, like I said, we all are like on this earth, like together. It's no, oh, she's better than me because she got a car, like a 360 car, like her body is yada 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 and all this stuff. Like, no, we are all in this together. And that's one thing, when you see somebody doing good in life, or you see like somebody receive a blessing, don't be like, oh, she doesn't deserve it. Like, she doesn't, who is she? Like, don't do that. Because you don't know. Yes, like, they look living good life now, but you don't know what they had to do, what they've been through to get there. Seriously. Like, I always, like, it's like God bringing it to the forefront of my mind, like Tyler Perry's story, where he was saying that he had to sleep in a car, and he was homeless and all that stuff. Taraji said she went to Cali, like, with no money, and she's doing good. God blessed her. Megan Good been with so many of the wrong people that just wanted her for her good looks and her bodies. And it's like, people was probably jealous of her, like, oh, you know, she's the it girl, she's the it girl. No, them pretty girls, whew. Amen. Lord knows, we get it the worst. Or not even the worst. People that be like, oh, I'm ugly, I'm da-da-da-da. People used to call me and bully me and call me ugly all the time, pick on me because I didn't wear name brand shoes and all that stuff. And I thought once I got older and I was hanging with the popular kids and all this other stuff at Behringer, and I started changing how I was dressing and all that stuff. People were saying they was having sex and I was like still a virgin. And I remember I told this guy Cheese, I was like, I'm a virgin. He was like, girl, no you're not. You ain't no virgin. You ain't no virgin. And I was like, what you mean? Like, I'm a virgin. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a virgin. I was like, I haven't had sex yet. No, I was a virgin. Like in 12th grade. And for some reason, he didn't believe me. And that just goes to show, like, because so many people was already doing that stuff. Like, yeah. And I guess, and it's funny because I guess he was trying to look into my story, but really I was molested. That's what happened to me. I was molested. That's why my little down area, that's why I was wearing black clothing down there. Because I was molested. But to God be the glory, he delivered me from that. And it's funny because I was just reading a letter from the person who was in jail at the time, and I learned that God doesn't miss nobody. Hello. he doesn't miss nobody. We may think that you know, he doesn't see what we go through, like I said in the beginning, but he will always hello. We don't have to seek revenge, none of that. he will definitely give us, like, he will go handle that. He will handle the karma. And I think that's what the other part of the story was at. Let me see. Yeah. Which was, yeah, okay. I guess I had to get through that first, because this was what I was originally going to read in the beginning, but God has a plan and everything works according to that plan. This was when I took a trip down to North Carolina, December 8th, or December 7th for my grandmother's funeral that was on December 8th. Thank you. Thank you so much, Bush. Every time I get to like something that's better to be like good, y'all notice it's always a distraction. This how you know. Spiritual warfare. Alright, that's enough. Notice the door closed. That is hilarious. Alright, it says, Dear God, I'm sitting here thinking about my conversation with Zayada and Key, which is my mom's cousins, and which are my cousins. I kept saying / telling those I shared my story, my testimony to, about the time I left Jersey. When I left Jersey to go to North Carolina, I called it a self-discovery journey. I realized that it was more than just a self-discovery journey. It was a suicide mission. Because my cousin Zayada, she was like, and now I look back, she was like, it was kind of like she was trying to play some fear in me, or like, I don't know, or like get me to see like it was what could have happened or something like that. To God be the glory. Cause I had to hitchhike. Actually, I'm gonna just read it. But she was just saying, she was like, girl, like, she was like, you went to North Carolina, da da da, and all this other stuff. And it's funny because before I had went down there, I was contemplating, like, should I go, should I not go? And I remember hearing a voice say, it's a suicide mission. And it's funny that I actually later, after the journey, going against the grain, because something told me not to go out there, and I still did. All these roaches. Alright. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean right here. Y'all didn't even think I had roaches up in this apartment. Y'all probably thought I was good up in the hood over here. Nah, some little scritters and kitters. Gotta keep the raid. Keep the raid. Let me check out. Cover this back up. Actually, real quick, we're gonna try it for those, because we're gonna try it. The Heavenly Father, thank you for this food. Let it be good. Thank you for this recipe. And thank you for the viewers that tuned in as well. Bless them tremendously. Glory be to God. Thank you, Lord. Yeshua. Amen. Alright, we're gonna try this. That's funny. He like, yeah, girl, you need this. And I got a soup. My soup. I got a soup. The soup that I made the other night, which was on my live. I gotta release it because it's private and I gotta put it publicly. But I made it. Hold on. Where the carrot? We gotta get some carrots. Get some leek in there for the people joining. Some barley. Get that snap pea. Boom, bell pepper right there. Bell pepper right there. Did I scoop it? Hold on. Oh yeah, I scooped it. Alright, we're gonna do this. Get the barley, get some of that leek, get that dill. Alright, we got him. We got. Did I put onions in this thing? No, but I should. No, I did. I put onions. Ooh, hey. Carrot bag. Alright. Hi, Jay. How are you? Hi. Why I already been talking to you. You thought I didn't notice you. I remember you. What you do, leave and come back? Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Not bad. But I don't know why God turned my eyes down here. I'm gonna show y'all. I guess he want me to showcase this for the people that didn't see it. I'm getting distracted, y'all. I think I need to add some salt and pepper in there. I don't have salt and pepper. But I do need to add garlic seasoning. Garlic seasoning. This is what I need. Cause it's crazy cause I said we're gonna drizzle it. Oh Lordy. Alright. Getting back to this though. It says, I shared the hitchhike journey / experience as well as me almost being caught in a heated argument with two lovers. Yeah, because when I was down there in North Carolina, I was going to see a guy named Will. Because I didn't have a place to stay and all that stuff. And I asked him if I could stay at his place. Funny thing, it was a setup. I feel like, because he never gave me the exact address. He never gave me directions. Like, he knew he stayed in a big complex. And he never gave me nothing directly. He just said, first I think he told me the street. Then I had to ask him, okay, like, be discreet. Like, what's the, where do you live? And he said the name of the apartments. Then he gave me the number to the apartment, like, to the apartment. And, oh my goodness, these roaches. But, keep the story going. So, then after that, and mind you, my phone was off, so I couldn't really text him, like, as I said, like, I was trying to use people's Wi-Fi and all that other stuff. But then come to find out, he sent me the number, but he didn't, like, tell me, like, the apartment, like, as far as, like, the apartment letter and all this other stuff. So I was knocking on people's doors, like, randomly. And it's funny because when I got to his place, I was going to originally go to the left. But I saw, like, I remember seeing, like, a black line, like, in the air. Like, it was just, like, a black, like, I don't know how to explain it. It was, like, a black circle, like, just a mist of something. Like, I want to compare it to, like, kind of like Wizard of Oz, like when they do their wand thing. It was like that, but it was like black, and it was like in the air, and it was on the right. And like I said, I was gonna go to the left, but after I saw that, for some reason I went straight, because I went straight ahead. And then I ended up going down. I asked the lady, like, who was outside, and I was like, do you know, like, where, because I skipped over some. I had, asked somebody to use their hotspot, and it was crazy because it was like this lady, she was doing DoorDash or whatever. Because I remember I stopped, I was like, I'm sorry to bother you, but I was like, do you happen to have, like, a hotspot that I can use just real quickly? I'm trying to, like, get in touch with my friend and let him know that I'm in the area and all this other stuff. And she was like, no. She was like, we just doing DoorDash. She was like, we just dropping our food. We doing DoorDash. No. And I was like, it was like she was scared, like, to talk to me or something. And I was just like, I said, well, it was a guy in the passenger seat. I was like, can I use yours? But next thing you know, they just drove off. These guys came and let me use their hotspot, and that's how I got the number to the building. And that's when I was trying to find the number to the building. Because I remember he said, like, when I texted him, he was like that he was about to get in the shower and all this other stuff and then go to sleep or something like that. So, next thing you know, getting back to the heated argument, I was walking and out of nowhere, these two people, it was a woman and a female, came out of the apartment and they was arguing. And she was talking about a female. She was like, where is she? Like, where is she? Where's the girl? Like, she was like, and she was like, I don't know. All I heard was, give me the gun and da-da-da-da-da. And all I know is I just ducked behind the car. And I was like, and it was a white car. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, Lord, what the heck? Because I was the only one out there. And like I said, I was a girl. And I didn't want her, like, I was like, Lord, oh my goodness, like, I'm like, dang, she talking about a girl, and I don't want her to think that I'm the girl, and then I try to explain it, and then she just, well, pow, like, kill me, like, right, or he, like, I don't know who had the gun. All I heard was her saying, like, where is she, like, where's the girl, and then, like, him saying, like, give me the gun, or she saying, give me, like, I can't really remember, because it was so, like, scary, because I'm like, Lord, because they was walking, and I'm like, I don't know, like, if they was about to go get in a car, like, he was about to go get in a car or what, but all I know was, I was gonna, like, something say, like, go under the car, and I was like, I was too scared to move, because I had a bag, and I had change in the dang on bag, and it was making noise, and I was like, Lord, I'm like, and I prayed right then, and I said, Lord, please, make, like, help me, like, I said, I'm so sorry, like, I don't know what I did, but I said, Lord, please, I said, don't let me die. I said, please, make them go away. Like, please. So I had to wait a little minute. Then next thing you know, they started, going back in because I saw them, like, walking towards where I was. And I was like, Lord, I'm like, yo, like, Lord, please. I started reminding him of his promise. So I'm like, Lord, you said you would never leave me, never forsake me. I said, don't leave me here. I said, please help me. And he helped me because they started going back in, and all I heard was a voice say, run, and I just ran. Like, I ran. Like, I ain't walk. I heard the Lord say, run, and I ran. I ran fast. I ain't. Okay. So, next thing you know, I was just like, man, like, this is crazy. And I finally get to, like, I find his place because, like, I was praying with the Lord. I'm like, hey, lead me, like, where to go? So he was like, go left, go this way. I was asking him, I'm like, do I go this way? Do I go this way? And I went, this way. And then he was like, no, go back the other way. So I finally get to the apartment number and I see it. I'm like, finally, thank God. And then I didn't, like I said, I had to knock on the doors. Hi, Maybach, Matchback, or I said Maybach. I mean Patchback. Why I say Maybach? Hi, how are you? I was gonna say hi, girl, but I don't know if you're a girl or a guy, but I am. Welcome to the live. I'm just sharing my story about how I almost died again, and God saved me again because I called on His name. And I asked, and His word said, ask and you shall receive if you believe. So, y'all hear the words? Ask and you shall receive if you believe. We gotta write that down. No need. Oh! A bar again. Gotta write that down. No need, because y'all heard it. I know y'all heard it. Alright, anyway. Getting back to the story. I'm knocking on everybody's door. Randomly, I'm getting frustrated. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I'm like, Lord, like, I prayed again. I'm like, Lord, please let this dude, what's, make something happen. Out of nowhere, he comes out, and he's like, it was, like, his balcony, like, his little slide door, and he looked down, and he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, but I'm like, what the heck? And I'm just like, you know what? I said, I'm gonna calm down. I said, I ain't gonna lash out. I said, I'm gonna leave it alone, because I don't know what happened. I'm like, he probably, like, fell asleep or whatever. But all I know is he came to the door in his underwear. And I know it's, like, his house. But I say this because when I asked him to stay, if I could stay again at his place, he mentioned, he was like, well, I have a girlfriend. And I was just like, And it's like I didn't think of it in that moment. I thought about like a little after, like when his friend had dropped me off. Him and his friend dropped me off or whatever to my next location or where I was going. It was like a bingo place. But yeah, he came to the door in his underwear, and I was just like, it's like God brought it to my mind, like, why would he, if he had a girlfriend, why would he come to the door in his underwear, whether he was asleep or not? Like, it was disrespectful to his girlfriend. That's why I was like, you didn't want me to stay. But these roaches, I guess God trying to tell me focus on the story. All right, so yeah, that was the thing where I said I shared this the hitchhiking journey. Yeah, I had to hitchhike from Raleigh to High Point because nobody was trying to pick me up or answer the phone and all that stuff. They was giving excuses, and everybody had cars and all that stuff. But they was saying like their cars was messed up. But when I went to each of their houses, their cars was working perfectly fine. Because they was going from A to B to A, back to B, and B to C, and but I didn't fret. I was just like, Lord, it is what it is. So yeah, that was the heated argument with the two lovers. I said I realized the note on my fridge that I wrote saying God gives to Torah the gift of life. When I wrote it, I was thinking of how you spared me, because I'm talking to God. So when I said you, I'm saying like God. I said, who was really, because I called Ron Yahshua too. So when I wrote it, I was thinking of how you spared me in church by speaking to me and others who were there. How we needed to make a choice whether or not we were going to be sinners, smoke weed, smoke cigarettes, cigars, and also carry knives or weapons, basically. Or I just said, yeah, carry knives. Because, yeah, when I was sitting in church, I prayed, and I was like, Lord, because I didn't know what the preacher was talking about. I was like, okay, I don't want to be rude, but I said, Lord, I don't know what this man is talking about. I said, I need you to speak to me and other people in this church what you want us to hear, not what he wants to speak. Or I said, what we need, not what he needs, what he wants to speak. And that's just that. Next thing you know, God spoke clearly. And he said, y'all call yourself Christians or y'all want to walk righteous with God, but y'all not willing to put down the cigarette. He said, y'all need to stop smoking weed and all that stuff. And I said, it's like I was being like condemned. I'm like, not even condemned. I was being chastised. Like, you know how your parents, your earthly parents, like if they found out you was smoking and drinking and all that stuff, fornicating and all that stuff and you supposed to be their child. And it's like, they be like, girl, what you doing? Boy, don't be out here doing that stuff. Like, no, don't do that. That's, hello, they are a replica of our actual Heavenly Father. So, did I not? Like, they just come randomly. Roaches. Everywhere. Let me put the lid back on this thing. So they don't get up in my food. Because they crawling everywhere. It says, I thought it was Judgment Day and we all were given a chance to turn from our wicked ways, which I did. I went to the altar, prayed and got saved, and then baptized biblically, hence my core value belief. Because when I came to Jersey, I got baptized, but it wasn't necessarily biblically all the way. It was a Seventh-day Adventist church. Because I remember I was telling the lady, I was like, well, I got saved and I prayed and I repented for my sins and all that stuff. Because at that time I was vaping and I had participated in smoking weed when I went down to North Carolina. Because my environment, I didn't defend no, I don't want to do that until the last minute where God chastised me up in that church, and I said, you know what? Because the pastor was saying, he was like, y'all don't know when y'all gonna die. He was like, this may be the last call for y'all to change y'all ways.
And hello, little brush, you said that at the right point. Like, hello, this will be the last chance for y'all to turn from y'all wicked ways, and that's just that. So when he said that, because he was like, y'all think that a trumpet is like a horn. He said the trumpet is when you hear the word, and you gotta decide whether or not in that moment you gonna go with God or you gonna keep partaking in sin. And in that moment, I said, "Oh no, Lord." I said, "Yeah, we." I said, "If that's you, that's your word right there. That's what you wanted me to hear." And other people up in this church, I said, "I hear you." I said, "They ain't hear you. I heard you. I heard you loud and clear. I knew that was you because I know what I prayed. I said, Lord, speak to me and the people in this church that what you want us to hear." And that's exactly what he did in that moment. Thank you, little brush. Thank you so much. Thanks for dropping by. Make sure you subscribe, so you could come back and stay a little bit longer. Um, it says, I realized while sitting here eating that I came close to death several times and I didn't even know it. It was due to your protection, Yeshua, and God, Yahweh, our Father. It was due to your protection, grace, mercy, and you turning your face to me, as well as keeping your word and promise to never promise. Mind you, that was the word of today, January 28th, 2025, my promise. As well as keeping your word and promise to never leave me nor forsake me. That is why I am sitting here with breath in my lungs, which is all thanks to your love. Please forgive me if I have been telling the story all wrong. Just know I still believe in you and Son alone. I meant to say in your Son alone, and I put a heart. I said I love you dearly for all you have done. I promise to add you in each of my songs. Sincerely, your daughter, Torah, with a star. January 17th, 2025 is when I wrote this. And I said, I kissed the paper and I said, P.S. Sorry for the orange lips, because at the time the paper was orange. Like, but as you see, it cleared up. Is this little mark right here? It was orange from, like I was eating vegetable pasta with a smiling face. Because he knows, your girl gonna eat. I like to eat. Okay. And yes, spaghetti was like my favorite thing, pasta. And he made a way for me to still eat the things that I love, but just in a more healthier way, which is vegetable pasta. And it's like, it's not even, I made vegetable pasta in so many ways. Like, this alone can be turned into a vegetable pasta. Like, all I needed to swap out the barley and put noodles and just add tomato sauce and leave the corn and the bell peppers and the peas and the carrots, and that's a pasta right there. Or I could switch it and I can add some onions, some squash, some zucchini, some carrots, um, parsnips, and that could be add the noodles, elbow noodles, the tomato sauce, vegetable, and it's like you could do so much. Like, you could a vegetable pasta, like, it's so many vegetables, a variety of vegetables, and you could literally switch it up each time versus like you just making spaghetti with the same three ingredients each time. No disrespect, but to anybody that did it, because I used to eat that way too. Like, but it's like God literally is still wisdom, knowledge. Like, girl, let me let me explore your horizon. Let me advance your horizon real quick. Like, I was so fascinated with chicken empanadas, the chicken and cheese empanadas. I wasn't really a fan of the beef and cheese. I was just always into the chicken and cheese. And oh my goodness, that's another recipe he just put in my mind just now. Oh, we gotta try that. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that one. Look at that. I look down. Look at the little pen. There's a pen right here. We gonna write this down. Hold on now. I heard a voice say your cookbook, cause I was trying to figure out what should what book, like, because I got so many journals, and it's like I needed to know which journal was going to be for which, and it's like, I heard the voice say, your cookbook, and it's funny because, your cookbook, and I have a list of things, fruits, oils, vegetables, spices, grains, nuts, and seeds. Alright, let me turn the page on the back, and we gonna go ahead and put what he just put inside of my head. Right there. It was basically a recipe, chickpea empanadas. Cause I made I think y'all saw on my short clip video, I made empanadas, but I did like a cabbage stew, like I stuffed it with that, and I had like a little rice bowl and all that stuff. And yeah, because I don't think y'all knew what was actually inside of that empanada, and it was the soup that I was making. This was inside of it. Hi, Jack. And I think you just know I'm gonna speak back, so you want to see me hear say your name. Oh, hey, Slick Pullum. Slick Pullum. What that mean? You Slick Pullum. You be out here pulling some things. You better be pulling some righteous ones. Don't be out here just fornicating. Alright, okay. And what else we add to it? Onions, bell peppers. Nice. The side of avocado. Ooh, stop playing with them. I kind of want to make this. I mean, no. Avocado. Am I the only one? Avocado. I don't have to flip this. Avocado. Okay. The amount of times I had to flip back and I saw it like, okay. And we go, okay. All right. That's it? No, it's like he got all the recipes right here. So everything on the left side, we could put it in the inside. Everything on the left side, we could put it on the inside. Y'all catch the bars. Keep up, bruh. Keep up. Because it's going to keep coming. I don't know. I never had a cactus flower. Y'all ever had a cactus flower? Hi. JJ, the queen of dance. You be dancing, girl? You be breaking? What type of dance you be doing? Where the heck you get a cactus flower from? I definitely wrote it down. Cause y'all can still hear me? Cause it said my connection is messed up. Y'all still got me? Oh, maybe it's cause the song I'm singing. But yeah. Hold on. Cause this how y'all know I was just doing what the Lord told me. I was supposed to sat down and ate my food. But he told me to come up on this live and speak to y'all. So that's what I did. That's what I did. No, just playing. And I made this a long time ago. About a long time ago. It was last year. And I probably want to make it. Yeah. Clock it. And it's so cute. Because I actually was kind of like asking God to help me like create this. And it's like, it looks a little basic, a little simple, but honey, ain't nothing simple about this when it all came together. Because I was like, I saw other people, and this is the last thing I'm going to say. I saw other people like at the table, you know, doing it. As the girl, she showed me hers, and she had like a whole bunch of stuff on hers. Like, and it was very gorgeous, very beautiful. And I was just like, and it kind of like made me like, well, how the heck I'm gonna top that? Or like, how am I gonna make something that creative like she did? Cause like, dang, I'm like, that's nice. It wasn't like I was jealous. It was just like, dang, like, I was like, girl, you are very creative. Like, and I was looking at my little blank piece of paper, and I'm like, cause it was blank, and I'm like, well, what the heck do I do? So I was like, so I grabbed, I started outlining the eyes. I think that was the first thing I did. And then, I think I was gonna add the silver. I did add the silver around it. But then I think God spoke to me and said add gold. So I added the gold. And then I put like the little dots, the silver dots around it. And then if you look closely, I don't know if y'all could tell, but it looked like little hearts. And it was like, I was just like dabbing it. But the little silver ones, it looked like little hearts. Like, or is it just me? Like, you know, you can just use your imagination. But it looked like little hearts around the eyes. And I was like, oh, that's nice. Like, it came together pretty nice. And, you know, after that, I was gonna like color in like up here, which I did a little bit on this side, but I stopped because I was like, we probably don't need all that. And then the last thing was I solidified it and I put that cross in the middle. And then I was gonna use a blue little pom-pom, but something told me, I was like asking, I was like, should I use this one? Should I use this color? Like I was picking through them, and then it's like God gave me confirmation the red one, and now looking at it, it ties together very well, cause it's like Yahshua rose from the dead, and the cross, they say his colors was white and gold, and then hello, the red, this is like signifies as the blood. And then I have like a white cross in there that I just randomly, it was white at first, and I put the rose on top of it, on top of the white cross, to like signify like the blood. But then the next time I looked at it, it was like he brought it like a little wisdom to me. I can't remember what I was doing, but I looked at it and I was like, I said, wait a second. I said, the rose, for he rose from the dead. And I was like, the rose signifies rose, as in he rose up. And then the blood was the color of the rose, like red. That I put, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy, because I had like the green leaves on it, but I chipped it off. For some reason, I don't know why I chipped it off. Hello, it was just God's plan. God's plan, to God be the glory. And it all came together just like later on when I had looked at the thing. And I think I showed the poster on here, or like the visual of it. It was like a painting. And I think like before, I gotta slow down. It was like a painting that I did, and it was like a black portal on that I had made. And it was like a path to a heart. And then it was like a sunset. And I put like, don't worry about, it was like stickers. It said, don't worry, instead pray. And then, well, no, before that, it wasn't that. It wasn't nothing there, I think. Or I gotta charge that Android because I recorded the video. I guess that's gonna be the next live arts and crafts. So we probably gonna do that a little bit later because I do have to handle some business, and I'll be back later. And later we're gonna do arts and crafts. And plus I gotta eat my soup because it's clearing up and put a little something in my belly, yelly, or whatever. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This live was very long, and I thank all the people that joined up on this thing, seriously. And I hope if y'all make this recipe, like I said, I think the only thing I added some more garlic, so let me see. Bro, why I was about to pick up the spoon and there was a roach on the spoon? Don't let it get to you, Torah. Just grab a fork. I totally forgot. The water is off. we just gonna dig in. This is living proof. Like you can't allow nothing to steal your glory, to steal your joy. Like just enjoy your life. That's just it. On that note, peace. See you later.